What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Migz here, and today I'll bring you some JINZO. I don't know what to say about this deck. I want to be nice. I thought it would be fun to play, but I don't even think it's fun because I racked my brain to try to come up with something semi-playable. And I'll let the deck list in the video speak for itself. You got to get lucky with this deck to win. Like, I really wanted to make it work. I mean, it's Jinzo. Jinzo's a classic monster. It's a Joey monster. So, but yeah, like, it has potential. It does, but it needs one more card, or, hopefully it didn't have as much restrictions as they gave it. But anyway, let's get into the deck profile. Here we go. All right, here we are with the deck profile. We play one Jinzo Lord. Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summon from your hand by sending one face-up Jinzo you control to the graveyard. Trap cards and their effects on the field cannot be activated. Negate all trap effects on the field. Once per turn, you can destroy as many face-up traps on the field as possible, and if you do, inflict 3 damage to your opponent for each card destroyed. It should have been Jinzo Monster. Or a card that mentions Jinzo, because there's literally only Jinzo and then 3 other cards. Even like the little Jinzo Returner doesn't count as Jinzo himself. So, which is crazy. I don't know why they gave it this restriction. And it's only 200 more attack than the regular Jinzo. So 1 is fine. You probably don't even have to play it, but I wanted to include most of the cards from the Jinzo deck. It's a level 8, so you can't even synchro anything. He looks cool, but again, we play 1. Then we play double Jinzo the Machine Menace. If a trap card is face up on the field or in either graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, it becomes a level 6 until the end of this turn. During the main phase, quick effect, you can tribute this card, special summon 1 Jinzo from your hand or graveyard. Then you can destroy all traps your opponent controls. If the card is set, reveal it. You can only use this effect of Jinzo the Machine Menace once per turn. So this guy is probably the best Jinzo here. Not only is it a free summon, but when you tribute it, you can look at your opponent's set cards. Again, I should have mentioned at the beginning, we want to make this deck going second. So this is a going second deck. But yeah, we want to try to do this and then summon a Jinzo from the graveyard, and then we look at our opponents. So it's nice. It's the best Jinzo right here, 2400 attack. So it's good, and it becomes a level 6, so you can do XZ plays with it. Then we play 1 Psychic Mega Cyber. If your opponent controls more spell trap cards than you do, special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Psychic Mega Cyber once per turn this way. When this card declares an attack on an opponent's monster, an opponent's effect monster where you control Jinzo, you contribute this card, place that opponent's monster face up on the field as a continuous trap. You can use the effect of Psychic Mega Cyber once per turn. Why did you have to tribute it? Why? Literally all other monsters is when they declare an attack, they activate the effect. There's no need to tribute this. There's no need. You just attack, activate effect, I take your monster, and then you keep going, but again, we play 1 for the free summon. It's a rank 6, but it relies on your opponent to have something set, so that's why 1. And we don't really use the second effect because we rather link it away or overlay it, So yeah, we play 1 of those. Then we play triple Psychic Bounder, the other best Jinzo card. This card's normal special summon. You can add 1 Jinzo or 1 spell to trap that specifically lists the card in its text. That's how the whole Jinzo deck should be. Jinzo or one that specifically lists it in its text. That's how it should be. That's how all the new cards are. Whatever. And the other effect is decent. When another monster you control is attacked by an opponent's monster, before damage calculation, you can destroy both attacking monster and this card. So it gives protection, as well. So this is the best card right here. Play triple Psychic Bounder, then triple Jinzo Ejector. This card's name becomes Jinzo while on the field or in the graveyard. Should have been in hand too, but you contribute this card, add 1 Jinzo monster from your deck to your hand except itself. Then reveal all set cards in your opponent's spell and trap card zone. And if there are traps among them, you can special summon Jinzo monsters from your hand up to the number of traps revealed. So this is actually pretty decent. But realistically, your opponent won't have more than 1 trap. But sometimes you have 2 and you can special summon 2. But mainly we use this as a name in the graveyards because there are some spells that require Jinzo, and then you contribute it to summon Jinzo Lord as well. Then we play 1 Jinzo Returner. Again, this guy should also be treated as Jinzo, but it's not. I can attack directly. Then when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Jinzo in your graveyard and special summon it, but destroy it during the end phase. We play 1 because it's a nice cycle. You can link this away and then trigger its effect. But again, this should also be treated as Jinzo. Then we play triple Psychic Processor. You can banish this card you control, special summon up to 2 machine, psychic, and or cyber's monsters from your hand, and they can attack directly this turn. During the standby phase of the next turn after this card is banished, you can add this banished card to your hand. So we played 3 of these because we can summon everything, literally everything, so that's always nice. And because this is a going second deck, hand traps, triple Nibiru, triple Ash, 1 Ghost Mourner, and triple Veiler to round up the monster lineup. Now for the spells, we played triple Law of the Cosmos. Your opponent can send 1 trap directly from their hand or deck. Then if they did, special summon 1 Jinzo. If they didn't, you can add 1 Jinzo or 1 monster that specifically lists that card in its text from your deck to your hand. So this searches the whole deck. 3 of, this is the best spell card here. Again, I wish there were better Jinzo monsters to search, but you know, all of the Jinzo cards should have been Jinzo in this text. But anyway, then we played double Cyber Energy Shock. If you control Jinzo, again, target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Then if it was a trap, you can apply one of these effects. Negate the effects of 1 face of monster on the field until the end of this turn, or all Jinzo you control gaining an attack. The pop effect is great. It's a quick effect, so it's a nice defensive, but you use it on your turn. Then we played double Psychic Wave. If you control Machine Monster, send 1 Jinzo from your hand or deck to the graveyard, inflict 600 damage to your opponent. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, I don't know why, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 1 machine monster in your graveyard, send 1 Jinzo monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, add that target monster to your hand. So not only is it recursion, but it's it sets up your grave to do Jinzo Returner and other plays with Jinzo in the graveyard. Then we play triple Super Poly. We going second. We gotta break boards. 1 called by, just in case, you know, if they have something to stop us because we die. And then triple Imperm. The only trap we play because we want to get that face-up trap for Jinzo the Machine Menace. And then for the extra deck, we just got really powerful Link monsters. Ip, SP Little Knight. I don't have access to SP Little Knight RL, but this deck needs all the help it can get. So SP Little Knight, the Light Charmer, the Dark Charmer, the Unicorn, Access Code, Virtual Phoenix, 2 level 6s. You can detach 2 materials, then target 1 piece of card your opponent controls and 1 card in either graveyard and banish them. So this is a nice removal. This 2 level 6 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 for this card, then target 1 monster your opponent controls. Send it to the graveyard. Doesn't destroy, doesn't do nothing. Then Photon Strike monster. Once per turn during the player's turn, when a monster effect is activated, on your parts of the field, you can detach 1 XZ material, negate it, then inflict 1,000 damage. This actually comes clutch because sometimes you can't LTK, and you know, you set this up to give the last damage. Then Naruto, once per turn, you can negate a spell or trap by detaching level 6. Then we play Super Star Slayer Typhon because we need all the help we can get. Obviously, Divine Arsenal Zeus. Then the Super Poly targets Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Garuru Wings of Resident Knife, and Starting Venom Fusion Dragon. As you can see down here, I have all these cards that I was trying to play. The Jinzo Layered is not, it's not great. Target 1 face of monster your opponent controls, take control of it into the end phase, but then it cannot activate its effects or declare an attack if a trap is on the field. Tribute 1 monster, and if you do destroy, so it's like it takes your opponent, but that's about it. Like it's nothing to, and it's only 2400 attack, so it looks cool. But other than that, you know, and we try to play this, but this is like so gimmicky, and you know, it's not worth playing. But I'll show you. You can send 1 monster you control that is owned by your opponent. Again, you need your opponent's monster, so there. Special summon machine monster from your hand or graveyard. When your opponent draws their normal draw, while you control Jinzo, you can declare 1 type. Your opponent reveals the card, and if it's the declared type, send it to the graveyard. Send this card to the graveyard if you do draw 1 card. I don't know yet why you have to send it. Why couldn't it just be you send that card again? Whatever. This is super gimmicky, but that's the deck. Let's get into a couple of duels so you can see this deck in action. I'm excited. All right, here we go with the first duel. Again, we're going second. And of course, they only set and pass. So here, I special summon Psychic Mega Cyber. I activate Psychic Wave, sending Jinzo, but they catapult my Psychic Mega Cyber. But because they have a trap face up, I special summon Jinzo the Machine. I tribute Jinzo to special summon Jinzo because he had a 1 trap card. Then I play Psychic Cyber Energy Shock to pop his face down. It's a Resonator. His Resonator effects, he searches Gaia. Then 2400 to the face. I set the Super Poly and pass. He activates Forbidden Chalice. Activates the Crimson Gaia. He summons, searches the Soul Resonator. Soul Resonator summons, searches the Bone Archfiend. Summon the Bone Archfiend. He activates effect. He sends that. I activate Super Poly because I don't want him to synchro. So I send both of these to summon Starving Fusion Venom Dragon. And he passes. Then I special summon the Psychic Mega Cyber again. I banish the Psychic Wave. I add Jinzo from my deck to the graveyard, and I send Jinzo Returner to the grave. Then Jinzo Returner effects. I can special summon the other Jinzo in my grave. Then I special summon Jinzo the Machine Menace, and he scoops. So that's one of the things. You see, it can swarm the board pretty decently. But again, our opponent kind of breaks, so there's that. But, you know, let's keep going. Alright, here's the second duel. Again, we're going second. They play Foolish. They're playing Ice Barrier Waters. They summon the Sharks. They do the Shark thing. Yep. Then they summon Bahamut Shark, but I Imperm. Then they do the XZ Armor Fortress. They search. Then they summon the Lancer. They summon the Shark, the Nash Knight. And they set a card and they get back, and then my turn. I activate Law of the Cosmos. They decide to set the Ice Barrier. I special summon Jinzo. Then I activate Psychic Wave, sending a Jinzo. He activates the Abyss Shark effect. The Abyss Shark, I think, takes my monster, so I change the Cyber Energy Shock to pop it. I summon Psychic Bounder, search another Cyber Energy Shock. He Droll unlocks, but that's fine. I summon Typhon. I return his monsters, and then I attack directly for 2. Then I pass. And he scoops. And I had the Psychic Processor in hand, so it didn't matter what he was next, and I had the Psychic Energy Shock as well. But yeah, let's go to the third duel. Alright, here's the third duel. Again, all hand traps, and of course he sets. I summon Jinzo Ejector, activates effects, search Jinzo Returner. He had traps, so I special summon Jinzo Returner, and I attack directly. I set 1 Super Poly and pass. He summons Stardust Synchron, I Ash it. He summons Doppel Warrior, but I Super Poly it because I don't want him to Synchro to summon Starting Venom. I attack his Stardust, but he summons the Brotar. Then I set the other Super Poly. He activates the Stardust Synchron effect. He searches. He summons Junk Converter and activates a Riven Light. He synchros for Stardust Charge Warrior. He draws 2 and he passes. I don't know why I activate the effect, but I attack. He uses 800 and I pass. He ends again. I activate Law of the Cosmos. He doesn't set a trap, so I search Jinzo Ejector, send to the grave, summon Jinzo Lord, activate Psychic Wave, send Jinzo. Then he Forbidden dropped it to me, and I Super Poly. Here I was trying to go into Garura, but I forgot it was the same type and attribute, not type, so that's why I went to Mud Dragon. But anyway, I attack, and he scoops. So that is Jinzo in a nutshell. Like, it's a fun deck. Like, I really want it to be one of those like casual decks, and just to mess around. I'm gonna actually look up, see how much all the Jinzo stuff costs, just to mess around, you know. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh is supposed to be fun, and you're supposed to mess with archetypes like this that aren't that aren't crazy powerful, that aren't like, you know, meta defining or anything like that, or not even tier 2 or tier 3. This is a non-tier deck, but definitely try it out if you want to just mess around, you know, against other low tier decks, you know, that they can kind of evenly match up. But it's, you know, it's Jinzo, it's nostalgia. Definitely try it out. But again, if you like my videos, please comment, like, subscribe. It's your boy Migz signing off. Thanks again.